a few of the issues that are up front is, and this came through in some of the talks that I've given in the last 2 days, is this idea that if we criticize Muslims, and I as a Muslim am front line in this criticism, because I'm not criticizing my faith, I'm criticizing the followers of the faith, they fall back on this victim ideology, Islamophobia. Now, Islamophobia is a term that I totally reject, and we were just talking about the fact that if you technically look at the meaning of it, it means fear of Islam. And looking at some of the activities in the recent past, I would say if I were in your shoes, I would also be fearful, because the actions of many Muslims are not ones that encourage any kind of credibility or trust. So certainly Islamophobia as a victim ideology, and nowhere is this more present than at the United Nations. I was there at the United Nations Human Rights Commission in Geneva to table a motion to make honor killings a crime internationally. The OIC, which is the Organization of Islamic Conference, a conglomeration of 56 Arab Muslim countries, has such a strong hold on the Human Rights Commission in Geneva and the UN that they actually stopped Canada from being part of the Security Council because of Canada's support for Israel. Commons that 2 weeks ago, Baroness Saida Warsi made this statement that, you know, Britishers are, I mean, you would read it and think that every Britisher is sitting around the dining table slamming Muslims and Islam. And I don't think, if you're doing it, too bad, but the point is, I don't think that that's quite correct. You know, she painted this picture of again, this victim ideology. And I find that really terrifying. I find that so, I mean, I'm really concerned about that. So of course, in the House of Commons, I spent all my time rebutting this, but the fact is, for a member of Parliament to make such a statement, it's very careless of her to have made. I mean, you know, a person on the street could say this, but she has a responsibility to her constituents, and she has a responsibility to Muslims in Britain. All she's doing is fanning this flame of Islamophobia, which is, again, as I said, a victim ideology any time there is criticism. And because of this, I, as a Muslim, have to stand up and criticize those things that are wrong, which are blatantly wrong. This has got very little to do with faith. It's human. You know, to kill people is wrong, violence is wrong, any kind of you know, harassment in this sense is wrong, and of course this is across the board. And then she spoke about, again, the two things that she said which I totally disagree. One was Islamophobia, and the second one was the fact that people are sitting around dining tables discussing this.